The air in the old Victorian house hung heavy with an unsettling stillness, broken only by the creaking of the floorboards beneath my tentative steps. My name is Alex, and I've carried the weight of an otherworldly presence for as long as I can remember. A haunting that has woven itself into the very fabric of my existence. It all began innocently enough. I was just a child when I first noticed the flickering shadows and the eerie whispers that danced through the dimly lit hallways of our ancestral home. My parents dismissed it as an overactive imagination, chalking up my fears to the natural anxieties of childhood. Little did they know that these weren't figments of an imaginative mind. They were the ominous heralds of a spectral torment that would shadow me for a lifetime. The ghosts were mischievous at first, playing tricks that seemed harmless. Cupboards would slam shut on their own, and whispers echoed through empty rooms. But as the years passed, their malevolence escalated. Objects would fly across the room as if propelled by an unseen force, and chilling apparitions would manifest in the dead of night, their hollow eyes fixated on me. I reached out to countless experts, mediums, and paranormal investigators, seeking answers to the ever-growing horror that encircled my life. They came and went, each leaving with a sense of unease, unable to fathom the depth of the supernatural turmoil that had taken root within the walls of my home. As an adult, I tried to distance myself from the house, seeking solace in the outside world. But the ghosts were relentless. They followed me like shadows, their presence an inescapable reality. Desperation drove me to the edge of reason, and I found myself entangled in a never-ending battle against the supernatural forces that sought to claim my very soul. One fateful night, as the moon cast its feeble light through the tattered curtains, the ghosts unveiled their true malevolence. I awoke to a cold, oppressive atmosphere that seemed to seep into my very bones. The air was thick with an otherworldly energy, and a guttural growl resonated from the shadows. A figure materialized at the foot of my bed, a grotesque silhouette with hollow eyes that gleamed with a malevolent intelligence. Its fingers, long and bony, reached out with an ethereal coldness, and I felt the weight of an unseen hand pressing against my chest. It was as if the ghosts had decided to shed their playful facade and reveal the true horror that lurked within the spectral realm. Days turned into sleepless nights, and I became a shell of my former self. Fear consumed every waking moment, and the line between reality and the supernatural blurred into a nightmarish tapestry. The ghosts no longer confined themselves to the peripheries. They enveloped me like a suffocating fog, their whispers incessant, their intentions crystal clear. They sought to end my mortal existence. In a desperate bid for salvation, I delved into the occult, seeking ancient rituals and forbidden knowledge that promised an escape from the clutches of the malevolent entities. The text spoke of a ritual, a binding ceremony that could sever the spectral ties that bound me to the other side. Armed with newfound determination, I gathered the necessary ingredients and prepared to confront the very essence of the supernatural evil that plagued me. The night of the ritual arrived, the air thick with anticipation. Candles flickered in a feeble attempt to defy the encroaching darkness. As I uttered the incantations, the very fabric of reality seemed to warp and twist. Shadows writhed in agony, and the temperature plummeted to an unbearable chill. But the ghosts were not so easily vanquished. With a deafening roar, they resisted the ritual, fighting to maintain their grip on the mortal plane. The room quivered with unseen forces, and I felt the weight of their rage pressing down on me. It was a battle of wills, a clash between the living and the dead. In a final act of defiance, I uttered the last words of the incantation. The air crackled with energy as the ghosts let out a howl of frustration. In an instant, the oppressive atmosphere lifted, and the shadows retreated into the corners of the room. The malevolent entities were banished, their spectral presence dissipating like morning mist. As the first light of dawn bathed the room in a warm glow, I felt a profound sense of relief. The ghosts that had haunted me for a lifetime were gone, their spectral chains shattered by the ancient ritual. I was free, liberated from the clutches of a supernatural torment that had defined my existence. Yet as I stood amidst the remnants of the ritual, I couldn't shake the lingering fear that, In the world beyond our understanding, the ghosts were merely biding their time, waiting for an opportunity to return and resume their insidious pursuit of the living. The shadows may have retreated, but the echoes of their malevolence lingered, a haunting reminder that some horrors are eternal and that the line between the living and the dead is a fragile boundary that can be crossed with malevolent intent.